So here in this video, I'm going to start off with demonstrating a D flip-flop. So you can see here I have both a positive edge D flip-flop as well as a negative edge. So the negative edge, you can see there's a NOT gate included here before, with the clock input I mean. And up here you can see that the clock does not have the NOT gates included. So let me go and just demonstrate the positive edge flip-flop. So, when you trigger the D input, the output is based on whether or not the clock signal transitions from low to high versus the negative edge flip-flop, in which the output will change when the clock input is going from high to low. So here I'm going to go ahead, you can see both outputs of Q prime are high at 1. So with positive edge, I'm going to go ahead and trigger D. And you can see when it goes from low to high, the clock signal I mean, is going to change the outputs from Q as 1 and Q prime as 0. So from low to high. You can see, it was really quick, but switching it on like that, I'll do a quick do-over. So from low to high, 0 to 1, it changes the output. And it kind of resets this and set it back to its original state. Set D back to 0 and clock to 0 and back on. There we go. So I will now demonstrate the negative edge flip-flop. So as stated, it depends on, well, this output will change when this goes from high to low, so the complete opposite of the positive flip-flop. So I'll go and I'll set D equal to 1, and this will change when it's from high to low, so this will switch it back, switch it to high, so it's from 0 to 1, and back to 0, and it changes the output. Q is at 1, and Q prime is at 0. And a quick reset will be the same thing, high to low, 0 to 1, back to 0. So here I have my JK flip-flops, both a positive edged flip-flop and negative edged. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my positive edge flip-flop. So right here you can see both circuits are in no change mode. Nothing is going on, nothing is being sent over to the output just yet. Later on, when I'm going to be resetting both circuits to reset, it's going to be the same thing. K needs to be triggered, and the clock will need to go from low to high. But so I'm going to go ahead and just set the output for now. So to set the output, I need to trigger J, set it to high, and go ahead and trigger the clock. Okay, there we go. And right now I am in set mode, but I kind of want, right now what I'm going to do now is kind of just, I'm going to toggle and kind of switch between the inputs, the outputs I mean, and by doing so you need to trigger both inputs. That's what I meant to say. So to be in toggle mode, set both inputs to high, and then you can see the outputs go back and forth. They toggle. And it really depends on how fast you click if you want to go even faster than it was before. But you need to go from low to high, low to high, low to high, low to high. But right now I just want to reset it back to where I originally started. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn J off. Keep K on to reset as said before. And clock needs to go from low to high, and you have reset. So not much is different with the negative edged flip-flop. So what's really different with the negative edged flip-flop is how the clock works. So I like to say a little pattern when I'm triggering the clock when I'm in toggle mode. For negative edge flip-flop, I have to say to myself low, high, low, and on that second low is when the numbers actually toggle, as compared to over here, I really have to just go from low to high, and it triggers. So let me just go and demonstrate real quick how I demonstrated my positive edged flip-flop. The function table is nearly exactly the same, except just it's really all clock, how it works. And this NOT gate is what really makes that change for us. So right now we're in no change mode, but I want to go ahead and go into set mode, so I need to trigger J, clock from low, high, low. So low, high, low, there we go. And now to toggle back and forth in the outputs, I'm going to go and trigger K, and I'm going to go and do the toggle. So I'm going to go from low, high, low, low, high, low. Low, high, low, low, high, low, just back and forth, and it's the same two resets as you do in the positive edged flip-flop. You need to keep K triggered and the clock from low, high, low, and well, it was already reset, so let me go ahead and just change that up real quick. So from low, high, low, and it just resets. And here is the T flip-flop. There's not much to this flip-flop. It's really just to go into toggle mode, and that's pretty much it. So right now I'm in no change mode, and to toggle, all I really need to do is trigger the T and make sure to go from low to high on the clock. So low to high, low to high, low to high, and it's really just this for toggle. Compared to the other flip-flops we have, these you can do so much more. I mean, like for the JK flip-flop, you can toggle, you can just simply set 1 here in the outputs and then reset it. And here you don't really need to reset when all you can really do is toggle from low to high. So in a way, it's its own reset mode by going from being able to toggle back and forth, but that's all there is pretty much to the T flip-flop.